There are some people uh, that want to label you as a hater. So I'll get this out of the way before I continue on with this video. But they want to label you as a hater anytime you use common sense and you exercise critical thinking. We all are entitled to our opinions. I don't give opinions because opinions can be biased. I just firmly believe that if I've done my research and if things are transparent, then it's simply the truth. It's the way it is. But you don't find many people that follow the truth. Everything is always tainted with their own person, if you will, their own hang-ups, their own biases. But I have none. Or at least I'm not aware of any at the recording of this particular video that I have any real biases. I believe that I'm open, and I believe that I try to be as objective as I possibly can in most instances. But with that said, this particular video might rub some people the wrong way because some of them will read the title and they will jump on some sort of tangent and be off base because they don't read the context of what you're saying. They just simply read a title. No matter how careful you are in your words, you're still going to have people that's not going to like what you're saying. But be that as it may, here it comes. There are a lot of people that I watch on YouTube that I have a great deal of respect for, regardless of their shortcomings. And I have shortcomings, so let's make it a level playing field. So when you're in the public's or the people's television, on the internet, YouTube more specifically, and you have the masses watching your material, there's a certain type of decorum, a certain type of presentation in some respects or senses that one must make sure that they follow. Some might call it a policy. I have my own individual policy, as do many others. One of my policies is that I don't allow profanity, especially profuse profanity, on my channel. If you would ever see a guest on here, which you most definitely will in the future, we're not going to allow that. I don't allow that because I don't do that. And I believe that people who are in the public's eye should respect themselves first. And then you can see clearly to respect those people outside of you. It doesn't take you having a foul mouth to get your points across. Sometimes people wear their feelings on a regular basis and they are just simply who they are. And sometimes people feel like they have a large following of individuals and they make a nice or decent income from YouTube. Then they feel like they can throw profanity and expletives out and sound just really raunchy, if you will, for lack of a better term, such as Tommy Sotomayor. I don't hate him. I don't disrespect him. But I'm just saying, he has a large following on YouTube. And I don't particularly like the way he talks about women. That's one, but that's not the subject or the main subject. And I'm going to be done in 1 second with this. This is about my friend, who I don't know personally, but Dr. Boyce Watkins. Now, if he watches this video, I want him to know. I want everyone that follows him to know. And everyone that don't know him, that are listening to me right now, that might potentially watch him down the road and his material and so forth and join his boot camp, in those things, which are very noble causes. I want to say he does a great job on YouTube. But one thing that I find an issue or take issue with is the fact that he uses profanity throughout most of his material that I don't think is necessary. I just simply don't. And he uses profanity like a sailor, as they say. And I'll just simply leave it at that. I don't have to go trying to do a retake of anything that he said in time past. It's not important. I'm not trying to destroy his character. I couldn't do it anyway. It's not my purpose. But I will just say this. When you are a professional, especially when you're a doctor, when you're someone in position, especially when you have people who are following you and people who look up to you, even though some of them may not say anything, even though some of them might just simply accept you as the way you are, and you have a large following and what have you, still, you're a professional. You wear that mantle when hundreds of people, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are watching you. You should present yourself in a very respectful manner, because it's not just people from your group, from your ethnic group, from your club, from your community, from the city in which you live. It's people all over watching you, and there are even young people watching you. And you need to consider this when you use such colorful language. Not just you, Dr. Boyce, but anyone that does. Tariq Nasheed is one, and the list goes on, but I just wanted to make this point about Dr. Watkins. Now, one other thing too before I close is that if you were ever in the presence of a dignitary such as the President of the United States, or some politician, or a church and pastor and congregation and so forth, if they've seen your YouTube videos, they get a certain impression of you as a human being, because that's who you are displaying to the world that you are. No matter what your credentials are, you can be an architect, you can be a physician, you can be a business owner, you could be an accountant, a banker, movie star, celebrity, what have you. People see that first impression of you, and that is the script that they follow when they see you in the future, and they're going to always see you that way. And I learned this many years ago. First impressions are lasting impressions. So if I use a lot of profanity on this channel, and I don't use any at all, and I have to stand in front of a church congregation somewhere and they've watched my material, I would feel a little out of place, a little uncomfortable, because it seems like I'm representing one thing and doing another thing. So that was all I really had to say. I believe that all of us that are YouTube creators should be more conscious of the people that are watching us, and not so much be in our feelings to the point where we sort of lose it, because it's not that serious. It's really not. Well, anyway, this is Brother Teacher. If you have any comments concerning this particular topic, brief topic, and I want to say again, I love Dr. Watkins. He might say, if he hears about this particular video, he might curse me out or what have you. But there's no love lost, no matter what his response is. I will accept it as what it is for face value, whatever it might be. But that was it, and that was all, and I'll see you next time. So long.